Hello, Taurus clan. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. I hope that you're all doing well today. Spirit, what messages do we have for Taurus love situationships? Well, actually, let's do singles first. So singles for the week of November 1st to November 8th. These are general messages. They're not going to resonate with everyone, so please just take what does and leave the rest. If you'd like a private reading, you find a link to my website in the description box below. What do we have for Taurus singles, please, Spirit? Ace of Pentacles. You could be focusing on work as the situation right now. You may have a new job. You may meet somebody through a new job, for that matter, or at work, because I'm getting a real practical message from this card. And this card can also be saying, too, that you might be even ready for a relationship now. Maybe you weren't in the past. What is coming towards you this week? Ten of Swords in reverse. You might be releasing some baggage from the past. Things could have been a little bit stressful. Perhaps you were in a connection previously that left you feeling like you were backstabbed or betrayed. Maybe you had enemies in a previous connection that caused failure or ruin to the actual connection. Maybe some of you were struggling in terms of finances, and that's why it had a negative effect on a connection. But the thing is, it looks as though you're going to be releasing these. Also, it says that you're starting to recover from a nasty breakup and overcoming the despair that the breakup caused. This card implies that you've learned a great deal from the hardship, and also how to rise above the anger, the hate, or any bitterness that may have come with any previous situations that you were dealing with. It can also simply indicate as well that even though you may be feeling more despair at the moment, or you're struggling to heal the past, that someone may come along who's very stable and practical and may make you an offer that may help you to move forward so that you can get into a connection, a new connection, and one that you'll feel happy about. Judgment. Yeah, there's still some past harshness that I'm feeling here, especially with that Judgment card in reverse. When Judgment shows up in reverse, it's usually that I feel maybe somebody that you dealt with could have been indecisive or made you feel some doubt about yourself and your capacity. Maybe there was a lack of self-awareness or an unwillingness to learn karmic lessons, or maybe there was unfair blame or false accusations that were made in a previous connection, and that could be what's holding the situation back. But again, it's starting to release now with that Ten of Swords. So what is the advice, please, for the Taurus singles? I like the fact, though, that you've got this new beginning coming up. The advice. Okay, you've got Sun in reverse. I think it's about getting outside. I think it's about trying to focus on the things that you love. Maybe even getting out and just going for a walk, or enjoying feeling young and youthful again. Trying to practice letting go of negative thoughts, right? Because this card speaks of a lack of enthusiasm, or excessive enthusiasm, or sadness, pessimism, unrealistic expectations. It's possible, too, that you're attracting people who have issues with their egos or conceitedness or oppression, okay? So the advice here is definitely to find a way to get through any sadness or depression or pessimism. If you're finding it difficult to focus on positive with this card, it doesn't mean that the situations are all that bad, but the focus on the negative is what was having an impact on moving forward. And it also closes a person off to the happiness and joy that is around. So you do have the power to change. Spirit is saying that. Definitely you do. And it's about being open to the positive things that are coming your way by finding gratitude for the things in your life. So if you find as well that you're attracting people that are overly arrogant or optimistic, it might be good to learn these lessons that judgment speaks of and notice those signs before you jump in. All right? Because that could be what has attracted these negative types in the past. As the outcome, I see the Two of Wands. So yeah, you're going to have choices to make. You're going to have options coming in the future for you. You're going to have a path. And it's interesting that I was just saying be careful of the types that you may have attracted in the past, because I think Spirit is going to be testing you in the near future. You're going to have a few different choices, and Spirit is going to see, which do you want? Do you want somebody different than what you're used to, or are you going to continue to hold on to the types that you're used to, which have ended up in this type of a result? Okay? So right now, my singles, you've got some new opportunities coming, some new relationships that may be coming along. But what I just got too, it might be difficult because you might, Spirit is saying that maybe you get pulled back into the past easily because it's all you've known. Aw, poor Tauruses. So it's going to take a little bit of work to change what you're used to. That could be done with affirmations, or try reprogramming your subconscious mind. And you can find videos to that on YouTube, which would be a huge help. And it'll start reprogramming your mind and the thoughts so that this release will happen faster. Okay? But regardless of the situation, my singles, you do have opportunities coming up. Beautiful. Okay. For those of you in a situationship, what have we got for Tauruses in a situationship right now? What is the situation, please? Situation is, a necessary change or a transition of some sort. Your spirit guides are with you as well. If you're open to it, they will help guide you from rougher waters into happier waters and calmer waters. Perhaps you had some difficulties to overcome recently with whomever it is that you're dealing with. Let's see how you're feeling about this person that you're thinking of. You have new love for them, so perhaps it's a level of forgiveness right now. You could be at this point in time where you do want to forgive and you do want to move forward. However, with that Six of Swords energy, it could also speak to moving to new love. So it doesn't even have to be somebody from the past that you're dealing with, but either or. There's a couple of scenarios. Some of you might be forgiving someone and moving forward with someone from the past, or you may be moving into a new love situationship. Beautiful. There you are, King of Pentacles. This is the person and how they feel. It wanted to come out in reverse. So maybe they felt that you were too focused on money or too focused on finances, and that there was a lack of emotional investment in the connection. But again, they also see you as stable, as a protective type, as a provider type. So it's possible that if you're reconciling with somebody, they might be able now to realize that, hey, this is what comes with the package, and that somebody who is a provider or somebody who is very hardworking is actually quite a treasure, right? There may not be such an emotional attachment, but it's also possible to give it some time so that the emotion and the heart does open. For some of you, maybe you have been closed off, but now you're transitioning into opening your heart. The obstacle is the Four of Swords in reverse. I think that when this card is upright, it's about contemplation, meditation, thinking, resting, retreating. And maybe that's what the problem is that somebody hasn't really been introspective enough. It could be the person that you're dealing with. Maybe they didn't in the past take the time to actually look at all of the benefits and positive aspects of this connection. But with this Four of Swords in reverse, it speaks to finding mental strength and awakening. So maybe they've had an epiphany, especially with this necessary transition in frame of mind and thoughts. So it's about coming out of isolation and healing, maybe after a breakdown or a collapse or burnout. Maybe someone just wasn't taking care of themselves enough. They weren't giving themselves enough self-love, but now that's changing, and that's going to make the dynamics a lot better so that one person isn't consistently relying on the other one to be everything for them, right? Because people have to be able to provide for their own happiness. So if they were relying on you too heavily to be everything for them, maybe they're starting to learn now, hey, it's about them needing to step up and look after themselves a little bit as well. They can't expect you to be everything to them. So that might be the obstacle. But let's see what the outcome is going to be. Whoops. Your card just jumped on the floor here. Beautiful. Moving forward, could be dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, or again, could be dealing with another Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or they simply have these aspects in their chart. But this is about moving forward. This is about overcoming obstacles. However, there is a caution here in terms of words, like choosing words properly, because maybe the individual you're dealing with can be a little icy. But usually it speaks to these big changes and opportunities and to seize the moment and jump in. Okay? So this person that you might be thinking of may come back very quickly, and they could be quite impulsive, but it's beautiful big changes, and maybe changes that you've been waiting on for a while. So be ready to jump in and seize that moment is what this card says. All right? And especially when coming out of this energy here. But all in all, it looks pretty good. Looks like there's going to be some new love here with whomever it is that you're dealing with, whether that be forgiveness or whether that be brand new love. And you're going to be coming out of isolation and coming out of any old feelings or conflict that you felt in the past. All right, Tauruses, I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I shall see you guys again next week. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.